Hey guys, welcome back to another Arc Extinction episode. Our little Arc Extinction survival over here on the server. It's Mr. Poke Games, or Poke if you prefer. Welcome back. This episode, or I guess you could say, what happened to your base? It looks different. Well, between episodes, I did two things, okay? Obviously, you see my hotbar is different as well. I did two things. I tried not to do more than this, and my friends can vouch for me because I was seriously trying not to do anything else. But they're way ahead of me, by the way. But that's another tangent. But for the base, last time we left off, I only had a few foundations placed. I think I literally just had the 4 right there. And off camera, I was like, okay, there's a lot of grinding that comes with making a house. Why don't I just get a good portion of the grinding done, and then I can do the rest on video? Because for today's episode, what we're planning on doing is we're going to finish, we're not going to probably finish, it'll probably be finished next episode, but this episode we'll work on my house, and when it becomes nighttime, we'll go after raptor claws. And that'll be the game plan for today's episode. Because as we're just starting out on the server, making a base is integral, okay? That's a given. Making a base is where you need to start. But also, something else that needs to be considered is, well, supplies, and Raptor Claws is very, very good for getting us pretty much every resource we need and every weapon we need. And of course, if we're lucky, better tools, because even though I made some advancements off camera, I've not moved up to metal yet, so we're still sitting with stone tools, which is kind of a little sad. So we're also probably going to rectify that this episode, depending on how much of our base we can get done. But what I did off camera was I started on the base, obviously, because it took me a long time. Like, I had to spend a few hours off camera getting all the stone and everything to finish making this platform because it is massive. And so basically what I learned and what I did was I can't say that with, never mind, Austin's not on, so I don't mind. Basically we're all being very secretive with our bases, so I'm trying to not give away too much because I know you guys can see where I'm at from my POV. But basically, I made the dinosaur gate, and I got the walls built, and I did this much, and I have some of my hotbar, you can see that I'm going to place down, but I was waiting until I started the video, rather than just having a bunch of stuff built and being like, I did all this off camera, because I figured I could do this on video, talk with y'all, and do Raptor Claws whenever he shows up. But this is basically what it looks like. This is all I really did. I mean, I did one Raptor Claws run and that was it. So, just so you guys can see what I got, I ended up tossing out the apprentice bows that we got from our first supply drop, though I kept the crowpods. Got some element dust. Obviously, you can see that I got the coal and mistletoe, just so you guys know got the coal and mistletoe still. I only did the one run. I chased down Raptor Claws' presence, and then I came back. Because I didn't want to do more than that off camera. Also, I was kind of like, okay, this is too good, I need to stop. By the way, this is with lowered server settings and everything. This is just because the Christmas event is still around, that there's boosted rates for supply drops and stuff, so everything will balance itself out as not only his event continues, but, what's today? Yeah, not only as his event continues, but after it ends. No, tomorrow's the last day. Yeah, but either today or tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow. Oh, you guys don't know what date I'm recording, but you can probably tell by that. But that's when Raptor Claws will be disappearing. So we're going to take advantage of that while he's still around. So this episode we're going to focus on Raptor Claws, and tomorrow, or next episode or the episode after, because I'm planning on recording quite a few videos today, we are going to probably grab or go to a Gotcha Claws, because we do not have a quest, so we cannot pick it up. But we will probably go to a Gotcha Claws, see if we can trap it, and then feed it our mistletoe and coal to see what we get. But we're definitely going to be doing some runs this episode, because any and all supplies that we get will help us push forward in the series. Because once they disappear, there's not traditional supply drops on this map, I don't believe. It's just all the supply drops that come from Extinction, and then whatever natural resources you gather, and dinos. So everything we get from Raptor Claws is quite literally invaluable. Okay, I cannot emphasize that enough. But this is what we got. We got 2 Ascendant bows. We got, obviously you guys can see the Ascendant crossbow on my hotbar. It's not great, but it's a good start. 259% is a good start. One thing that I did get though, and you guys can see it right now, it's probably the most valuable item I could have gotten at like the 3rd episode, which is a 608.4% ascending crossbow blueprint, and it's makeable. You can make it. It's easy. It's an easy blueprint. And the best part about this, okay, this is the icing that this already this is the cherry on top of what already is a fantastic sundae, okay? I have a 230% crafting skill right now, which is almost as high as it was on the last server. And I still can level up to 105, and then I can get even more. So, technically speaking, I can get my crafting skill higher than it was in the last server. I'm not. I'm going to go to 260 and I'm going to stop, because that's where I like to keep it. Obviously, I think the exchange is that my movement speed is going to be lower than it was in the last server, but that's fine, honestly. Since this server, you're relying on dinos a lot more than you are your person. But, I mean, that's a fantastic blueprint. Like I said, I could sort of go off on a tangent. But, I mean, that's literally the best thing we could have gotten. Because taming dinos is how you advance on the server. That's just how it is. I also did get this, and this is also amazing. So, we got an Ascendant gas bag saddle. And the reason that is good, okay? The reason that is good is because gas bags are, as weird as they are, because I know you guys saw them on the last video, as weird as they are, and as funny looking as they are extremely useful, and I plan on showing that later. And the fact that we got a very high armor rating, like that is a stupid high armor rating. I don't even think normally you guys see Ascendant saddles with armor ratings of like 12 point or 20 point or even 40 point something. This one has 248.2 armor. I think that's one of the highest ones I've seen. And the fact that that's for a gas bag, a dino who inherently doesn't have a lot of health, and who is a tank, because that dino is a tank, yeah, that really is perfect. And I cannot emphasize that enough. I got some ghillie stuff, but I plan on giving that to Wolf because he loves this stuff to death. By the way, I'm on call with him. Actually, if Austin doesn't join, I might throw your audio on here soon. Well, because I trust you to control yourself. And then I got some Ascendant sickles, but honestly those... Okay, so Ascendant sickles, this one I may make. It's the best one, but also it's not absurd. Like, okay, so when I said the crossbow, we got really lucky with crafting blueprints, you guys can see this. So for the 278%, I need 2,000 metal, okay? That isn't realistic. It's not. Not for just starting out on the map. This one, that's better in percentage by over double, the 503%, that is only 900. That still is above the margin of error, but it's, or below the margin of error, but it's still, still not great. And the 438 is relatively normal as well. But I mean, I'd obviously go for the 503 because that plus my crafting skill would obviously make something better. Also an Ascendant Pike blueprint for 590 metal. Got a Parasaur blueprint, which is just basic, it's primitive, but I mean, honestly, dude, anything and everything at the beginning of the game helps. I got an Ascendant Pike, but it's only 300%, which it sounds like I'm only saying it's only 300%, but I mean, at the same time, it is. I also got, you guys can see it down there, I got some Ascendant simple pistols. I'm not really a person who really uses simple pistols. I mean, obviously they have their utility, but I mean, I don't even have a fabricator or anything, or sorry, I need a smithy. I don't have a smithy at the moment to be able to make bullets and or the process for gunpowder and all of that. So we're going to move forward, guys, but I got a lot of advancement, okay? I got a lot of advancement off the Raptor Claws, or things that I can do going forward, because I obviously can't do all this now. These aren't things that the game is expecting me to do right now, but obviously I can do it later. Also, for some reason, I don't even know where, I think I got the spark powder off of Raptor Claws. I'm pretty sure. Because there's no other way I would have gotten that. I still have the rare flowers on me because, like I said, as soon as I did Raptor Claws, as soon as I touched up on my base, I logged off. I tried my best not to do anything else. And I'm trying to do more off camera. But, I mean, while I was gathering resources for my base, because, like I said, I was on for a few hours doing this. I was just like, you know what? I'll do one Raptor Claws run, and then I'll do the episode. And I just happened to get stupid lucky. Chibi wise, I got one rare chibi off of that, which is actually already better luck than I had in our last server, but it was a chibi gas bag. I mean, for those of you that forget what a gas bag looks like, I'm not going to name them because, I mean, I'm not planning on keeping them on me the entire time, but let me turn my game up. I mean, he obviously looks a little funny. I mean, they're not ugly looking, but they're just weird looking, in my opinion. Some people would consider them cute, but I mean, for me, I mean, they kind of look like, yeah. They kind of look like it's a type of bug. No, they don't look like slugs. It's like grubs, I think is the name, or something like that. That's kind of what they look like to me. I don't know. I'll think about it because there's one in mind, but let's see. I got a Chibi Manta, a Chibi Gasbag, a Chibi Thycleo, which I named Poir. I'm gonna keep him on me for a while. Chibi Terrorbird, Chibi Rex, and a Chibi Megalania. I'm not as big of a fan of the Chibi Rexes as Antonio and all that stuff. I mean, they're cool, obviously. Okay, don't get me wrong. Rexes are awesome, but they're just not they wouldn't be my first choice for a pet. I mean, with a Thycleo, I literally have a pet cat, so I'm good. Or I guess since it's a Thycleo, it's more closer to like having a pet lion, and honestly, that's fine with me. Or no, it must be less of a lion, it'd be more like a panther, wouldn't it? Because it's. Oh, I just noticed he has like a light gray and a purple color scheme. That looks sick. That's so sick. Okay. So I hadn't really taken a good look at him. Like I said, I literally was pushing it because I did like several recordings in a row. Anyway, for this episode, for starting with my base, I just made a ton of walls, and we're going to start with that. For those of you that are curious what all of this took, supply-wise, because the only things that I actually crafted were for my base. I needed a smithy for the Behemoth Gate walls, but as you guys saw, haha, loophole, I had an RG, so I can use a smithy. So isn't that fun? But let's see, for the tall stone walls, I needed 160 stone, 30 thatch, and 30 wood, all very basic, all very easy supplies. I basically just had to fly to a nearby area and grab that. And then for the foundation, that's a triangle foundation, there it is. All right, 80 stone, 30 thatch, 40 wood, very cheap. Okay, it was very cheap. I just had to make a lot of them, and obviously the stone took me longer because I had to wait for the resources to respawn. I think I only leveled up 2 or 3 times off camera, but like I said, I did a lot of crafting. The higher level you get, the harder it is to level up, especially when you're not crafting rafts. Let me go ahead and show you guys what it takes to make the Behemoth Gate. So let me structure stone. Okay, this is what it takes. It takes 450 stone. Obviously, you can see I still have some supplies left in my bird, but 300. I need 450 stone, 450 thatch, and 450 wood. Like I said, all easy, not bad at all. And then I needed 900 stone, 900 thatch, and 900 wood for the Behemoth Gate, which that one was jumping up a bit, but at the same time, it still wasn't too bad. Let's see. Megalania toxin. Trophy proves your worth as a hunter. Okay. We have a lot of corrupted nodules, and honestly, if we can... Let me take all of those and put them all back. They act as polymer. I was about to explain that. Basically, corrupted nodules in on this server. Okay, I should just type in nodule. They basically, yes, they are basically act as the So you would want them because they would help you make your ghillie armor. They basically act as an I'm 99% sure they act as an alternative to organic polymer, but I know for a fact they act as an alternative to regular polymer. So, yeah, you get those from killing all those wild corrupted dinos, as you guys saw in the second episode when me and Austin were doing that. Okay, he's here. Time to go. I spent a lot of time talking. Sorry, guys. I could have been working on the base. I need to see where this man's coming from. I think he came from that side last time. Also, you guys are going to see something really cool depending on where he spawns in. And I laughed at this the first time I saw it. Man, gotta wait for him to go by. Even if he passes halfway over the map, guys, I mean, it'll still take forever for his presence to fall. So we may only have a chance to grab a few. That's all I was able to grab. I was only able to grab a handful. I basically followed his present run, and I think I might have missed one, but let's see. I don't see him at all. It's daytime as well, so it makes it a little tricky. Just a little tricky. Just gotta find this man. I have no clue where he is at. Well, also this map is so massive. Like, if you guys looking at the map, like, it is massive. Okay. Like, the scale of this map is absolutely crazy. So, I mean, it's to actually track this man down. Oh no. I see where he is, and we're not gonna make it over there. So we're not gonna go into the bubbles right now, okay? That's just not gonna be a thing. So we're gonna go ahead and fly over and wait for his next present drop. But as you guys can see, yeah, for those of you that notice, I hope you know what I'm talking about. But basically, this is all I'll say. All things considered, it's pretty nice to see that me and Raptor Claus see eye to eye. Oh man, it's great. But oh, he's over by the Red Ob. Yeah, which is the desert. I'm not gonna be going into the desert right now, guys. I refuse. I will, however, wait for when he drops his next present that I can actually have access to. Like, I know I said I do present runs, and I am, but yesterday he literally dropped a present run throughout the city, and that was the only reason I was able to get it. Had I seen a present run go into any of the bubbles, I would not have done it yet, because any of that would be saved for my for video feed. So I would never do that off camera. At least not for this. I mean, each of these bubbles has something obviously you can tell from the outside, okay? But I mean, they each have different biomes inside of them, which means different environments, different dinos, and obviously different difficulties. I think that's kind of self-explanatory though. But when he drops his next present, we will try and go for it. Oh shoot, the present's on the outside, isn't it? It's actually hard to tell, but yeah, it is. It's literally just outside. Ah! I mean, I don't have to go in the bubble for it, and it's actually just rusting on the out. It's gonna stop, isn't it? And there's another one. Okay. Okay. Oh man, that's not okay. You're Raptor Claus, you're mean. All right, cool. This will be so much easier for us when we have a snow owl for reasons that you will see. RGs are fantastic, don't get me wrong, but they're not fast flyers. And for everything, all things considered. So in the next several episodes, you guys will see me, actually, yeah, over the course of the next few episodes, you'll see me preparing, working on my base. Like, I'm going to do cuts when I go back to my base, because I just realized how long of a flight it is to go from there to here. So I'm going to do cuts, probably for that. I mean, legitimately just for flight time, just because it takes, I'm realizing now how long it's going to take for me to get from place to place. Oh, man, I really want to go for that. I really do, but at the same time, I don't know. I'll make it. I'll make it. As long as I'm keep an eye on it. But look at that. I'm like 80% of the way to or 70% of the way to this thing, and I'm already halfway through my stamina, and I have a ton of stamina. So that tells you how long of a flight this is. So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go for as many of these as I can grab on this run, and then I'll cut it back to when I'm at my base. And we'll go and start working on our build. As you guys can see, there's a debuff in the bottom right. That's actually, I think it increases your hunger while you're out here. So these gifts are going to be our savior and our lifeline, because I didn't bring any food. I thought about it right before the episode, and I didn't actually do it because Raptor Claus came right as I was about to finish up talking. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to fly down here. I can actually see the ground and see dinos now, so that tells you how I'm getting very, very close. We're just going to stop by here, grab the present, and then disappear, because the further off into the map that you get, for those of you that don't know, yeah, look, there's already a corrupted Rex right there. The further off into the map you get, the harder it is to survive, and the more dangerous the dinos. So there's corrupted Rexes over here, there's corrupted Wyverns on the map, and by the way, I came across a few of them yesterday, maybe we basically dropped the present, because I was like, I'm like, I can't mess with it. Oh crap, running. Come here, buddy. Yeah, see, that's a problem. Raptors can nab you off your bird. And he just did. And he instantly died by my RG, because my RG's great. But at the same time, it's still annoying. Oh, man. Actually, no. He didn't grab me off my bird. It's the regular raptor. Okay, so it wasn't one that grabbed me off my bird. It was when I hopped off my bird that he shoved my face into the ground. There are raptors that will just grab you off your mount, though. It was just a regular raptor. It was a corrupted raptor, so he was just... I mean, they're already able to do that, but he was just already super triggered. So, in case you guys missed the explanation, and in which case I'll explain it one more time, on the way these dinos work for the corrupted, they are basically dinos with their senses, their... I don't even know how you want to phrase it. Their aggravated tendencies dialed to 11. So they are just aggro on literally anything and everything that's within radius of them. And they have a pretty freaking huge radius. So, like, the second I land down here, I'm going to have to grab this so I can avoid those, I'm going to be very quick. Because otherwise I would risk coming into contact with those scorpions. And, it's very easy to tell based on a normal Ark server, but compared to Extinction, that corrupted dinos do more damage than normal ones. That's just the way of life here. So for me to try and deal with them would be not ideal. Let's word it like that. Would not be ideal at all. I mean, I obviously can kill corrupted dinos like nobody's business. You guys saw that when we were doing the nodule, or not the nodule, the supply drop wave thing. And I don't know it has some specific name, but I mean, I'll just say the waves. When we were doing the waves and the activity for the supply drop, like you guys saw, I was shredding all those corrupted. But, I mean, realistically, I can't be expected to do that to everybody, especially when I'm not on my dino. So, corrupted dinos are stupid dangerous, and unless you have a dino you're riding on that you know can do a lot of damage, it's almost not worth risking, because you're literally risking your life. Oh my goodness. So, just best to keep that in mind. That's all I'll say. I'm going to give my dino a second to recharge to recharge his stamina, to regen his stamina, while I grab this. Yeah, see, I'm already getting to the point where I'm not making it to these in time. It's because this map is so big that my dino can literally not keep up with raptor claws. I had this problem yesterday, but it was also easier because I didn't have to go down as far to get the presents, because they were dropped literally through the city. And if you guys... I mean, based on where my base is, you guys understand why that was super convenient. Whereas in right now, I'm literally having to fly through the wasteland, and chances are I'm going to miss the... I mean, I'll try making it to the presents, don't get me wrong. I'm going to try to make it to the presents. But as soon as I stop seeing them, I'm going to turn back, and I'll just do a cut. Because, I mean, as much as I want to keep flying around and looking for them, because like I said, they are going to be our lifeline. Bless you. This just matters. I guess I'm talking to Wolf. But yeah, as soon as I stop seeing them is probably when I'm going to turn back. I mean, as much as I want to keep going, it was already inconvenient from the beginning. Hey, look, gas bags. Oh, yeah. So, 2 dinos you guys can expect to be in our radar. Oh my goodness, they're so funny to watch just bounce around. That you can definitely say are on my radar. I'm not going to say when we're going to tame them because we need the supplies to tame them first. But 2 of them that definitely are a gas bag and a snow owl. Like I keep saying snow owl, you guys haven't seen one yet, but trust me, you will know when you see it. The name is very... It basically tells you exactly what it is. So the second I record my video and fly in there, you guys should be able to pick it out immediately from all the other dinos around. I think we are done with presents. I don't see any more. I'll keep flying for a minute because I definitely have the stamina for it. And then I'll do a cut, and I'll start it up again when we're back in my base. You guys see that dome over there? That is the area I originally planned on making my base, because that's where I made it the first time I did a playthrough of Extinction. It's a decent area, but at the same time, It's not nearly as, I mean, it has access to things that we don't at the moment, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about, but at the same time, it's not too hard for us to get those resources, so it's not too bad. Where we're building right now, getting water is going to be a little bit of an inconvenience, but I mean, we can build a water reservoir somewhere in the city nearby, and everybody can just use it as a community thing. Because water is definitely something that's a big problem. Although right now I'm not too bad, but that's simply because of the fact that, actually, I don't know why. My food's draining like crazy, but because my hunger's increased, but my water isn't dropping much. Don't know why. I mean, I'm not complaining, believe me. I think it's because of my ghillie. Oh yeah, my fortitude is crazy, and I have I have Mastercraft ghillie on, so I think that's what's saving me. Like, as much as I'm not a fan of ghillie, at least at the moment, I'm gonna be wearing some. Just because of the fact that its insulation is nuts. And you think I would consider not losing hunger and water over protection, like for armor, but I mean, I prefer flak simply because the protection the armor value is so much higher. Like, by the end of the last series, I had like 7,000 armor. That was with top tier, guys. That was with top tier flak, okay? I'm not saying that's what everybody can get. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not around anymore. But I'll finish talking. But it was top tier flak. But its insulation, even with it being ascendant and with it being a super high rating, I mean, it still wasn't great. It was perfect for mild environments and for cold environments, but as soon as I got into any place that was warm or hot, it was just terrible. And you guys saw that pretty vividly. Nice. If you had a chibi, then you would have gotten some levels for it. Oh, I just meant it for the increase the level cap, because each level you get increases your level cap, and on this server, we haven't increased our characters' levels yet, so in case, I'm going to explain this once more as well before I cut it. Basically, what level are you? I will check that as well. Not that I can tame him right now, but I am curious. Can I not see? Oh, it's because of my bird. Oh, also because of my pet that's in my face. That's lovely. But I'll explain it one more time. We're on a dedicated server, so it's impossible for us to transfer our characters from our old one. That means our levels, our engram unlocks, all that stuff. That's why I came up with the tech engram solution that I did, and basically had to go to the lengths that we did before we started this one and full plans for this one. But just to make that abundantly clear. But I'm going to go ahead and do a cut as we fly back to base. I mean, it'll be a while before Raptor Class comes around again. It's hard to tell when it's actually night when you're not in one of the bubbles. But, I mean, realistically, Extinction's one of those places that it's like you're in a wasteland 24/7. So it's fine. But actually, it's kind of like you're being in Fallout 24/7. If you've ever played Fallout Wolf. It actually is kind of like that. Just the conditions. But anyway, going on a tangent. I'll see you guys in a minute. And we're back. I got off my bird. I looked at my inventory. I had some interesting items off of that. Oh, by the way, let's see if we got any new pets. Nope. I mean, I did get one. The Theropaeognathus. I'm probably butchering the crap out of that. Austin's going to be so upset with me later if he gets on and I try and say that. But yeah, no. I got an extra Megalania. Got an extra... Actually, I already had 2 Rexes. Got an extra Terror Bird. Nothing too crazy. Item-wise, I mean, like I said, I wasn't able to go to as many this time because they weren't as close as the last one. I did get some curries, though. Those will definitely help. I ate 2 already. You can see the buff in my bottom right because I waited a second. But one slows rate of food consumption, which is the Freya curry. And then the other one that I had... Where is it? I got the orange and the green. I could just literally search up curry in my search bar and I could find it. Yeah, I'll just do that because... I probably saw it, guys, but I mean, what did I? No, I didn't toss them. I didn't toss them from my inventory. Are they not? Are the other 2 not called curry? Maybe not. Okay, maybe only one's called curry. Let's see. I know I had more on me. There we are. I got the Frocal chili. I did not eat that. Basically, increased crafting speed and again increased movement speed. That's that dish. But I'm looking for the green one. Oh, I only had 1. Oh, I only had one of that one. Okay, so the green one, basically what it does is it increases my hyperthermic insulation and slows down my water drain. So I have a buff on that decreases my water drain and another buff that decreases my food drain, and both of those are very, very helpful for me this second because I don't have food. I have spoiled meat on me though, but I'm gonna be saving that for well, narcotics. Yep, narcotics for when we start doing that. Got some narco berries on me from all this stuff. Also, off of that run, I looked at my inventory. Like I said, it took me a second, but start up the recording again. But I got a 668.2% ascendant sickle, which is really cool because I only had a 503.3% blueprint, and although it's possible with my crafting skill I could have gotten something as good or better, I mean realistically just to have it in itself is going to help us a lot, especially when it comes to making this, because we need a lot of fiber, and if I had to collect that all by hand, holy crap would that take me a second, because I did decrease resource collection. So something to keep in mind. Let's see. I did make a campfire, I think, but that was right before the episode, and I was planning on placing it down over here in the corner and start cooking some food, because I need some cooked meat so that I can eat, because, yeah, otherwise I'm going to starve to death. So I don't think I have any raw meat on me, though I know my bird probably has plenty, especially after yesterday. Like I said, I didn't do much and then I logged off. He has a ton of stuff on him. Also, yes, I do have more walls on him. This walls and that walls, that's literally all that I did. After the behemoth gate and the foundations. And I figured I'd do everything else with you guys on camera. It's just building bases, especially when they're really big ones. And I tend to make big ones, okay? You guys know that. You guys watched, for those of you that watched the last series, you know I make big bases. Even unintentionally, it just kind of happens. So, I mean, at least for the moment, it was kind of unavoidable to do at least a little bit off camera. The Tapajara. If you call them Tapahara while Austin's on, he will just melt. Tape jars. You should just call them tape jars. Just. Yep. Oh man, it's great. But they're okay. They're a lot, like I said when we were playing on Valguero. I mean, for those of you that are interested in watching that series, I'll keep a link to the first episode in the description below for the first few episodes of this one. Yeah. So I mean, it's they're a lot faster mobility wise than Pteranodons, but I mean, They're kind of iffy. I mean that in the sense of, like, I don't think they have great carry weight either. If you're going in one direction, Pteranodons are faster. But if you're needing to move around, like more mobility, like you're moving through a cave or you're moving through like a more complicated environment, then they are way faster, because they just have such a high mobility. Like they can move in any direction very, very, very quickly. They just don't have the spiral ability that Pteranodon does, that allows it to move as fast as it does. You said you played on Ragnarok, right? Okay, well there's a dino, for those that don't know, on Ragnarok, and I remember playing it because I loved this dino. But he's not available on this map. He's exclusive to Ragnarok, so if you guys aren't playing any other map, chances are you're probably not going to see it, but it's called a Griffin. It has a special ability that basically allows it to dive down in air and pick up momentum, and then as you move it up, it just flies so fast. Like, it's one of the fastest flying dinos because of that dive ability. And there are dinos on this map that have that same ability, but I mean the RG Pteranodon and Tapajara, which was going to be my point, don't. So I mean, although they are Pteranodons are fast dinos and they're great for starting out, you're more than likely going to move from Pteranodons to RGs to probably not to Tapajaras, because they're a very late game tame. Because I mean, PvP servers, they're fantastic because of their mobility, but for a PvE server, or a mostly PvE server, I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong. Like, I would have been very happy had I gotten my tame. For those of you that saw that last episode, I was very sad. that the 2 corrupted Rex, or I don't even think they were corrupted, but the 2 Rexes came out of nowhere and just absolutely killed that tame, and I had to basically act as bait to keep them away from the RG. Like, that was bad. That was very, very bad. But, I mean, they're cool tames, but, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, especially on a server with a lot of other stuff, like, if you can get them early game, cool. They can be helpful. But they're just not great when carry weight's in a part of that equation. The only dino that is really helpful with carry weight that you can get early game is an RG. All the rest of them, at least on this map, I mean, they're more mid to late game. Like, there are Quetzes on this map. Believe me, that's also on my radar, guys, but that's, I mean, because of where they spawn, and they spawn above the wasteland for the corrupted dinos and all that other stuff, I mean, they're not going to be a tame I worry I'm going to be able to get. Unlike Valguero. Valguero, I was able to get that earlier on in the game because that's not nearly as intensive a map. And I'm sure every person that's watching and every person that's been on this server, period, can agree that Valguero was way more peaceful, even in the most hostile environments, than this map. This map, even just starting out, is extremely hostile. So, it's the reason I built my base the place that I did, okay? I may not be near water, but I'm going to live. And I'm going to be able to build a base here without having to worry about too much. Although, you know, at some point in time, I do expect Austin to come knocking on my door. Probably with explosives. Yes, he does plan on braiding and pranking. Eventually. So, gotta be ready for that. And like I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the episode, just something to toss out. I'm trying to keep, well, not trying to keep it at a certain level, but I mean, I'm trying to keep progress to my recordings. I mean, in that sense, so I will try to only make progress while I'm recording. And I mean, like, next stage progress, unless it's something very basic, like I did during the last series. Like, if it's a tame that I'd already made on camera, then I may do 1 or 2 off camera. If I'm trying to tame for, like, breeding for an episode or something, or if it's, like, items that I'd already crafted before, then I might, like, ammo and, like, for basic stuff, like for food, and just trying to do all that off camera, I think that's fine. But I'm gonna try not to craft new items off camera, tame new dinos off camera. You guys get the gist. Like, it was the same thing with the last series. I'm trying not to do too much while I'm not recording. Or, I mean, you think it would be easy not to do. It's like, why don't you just record everything? It's like, well, everything would just... With a survival game like this, I mean, it's easy for... Not that they do, but it's easy for things to drag on if you just record everything. Especially resource collection. And that's more of my concern. And I'm pretty sure everybody can understand that perspective. I mean, if you did all of it, then that'd be a little much. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna move seriously slow, because that's why I kept all of these in my bird, because these walls weigh a lot. Because I'm basically carrying 4 walls at once. These are tall walls, so it's yeah. We're just gonna probably get the perimeter done. We're not gonna have enough to go all the way back around. Like I said, I was too. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, both Wolf and Austin are building in concealed areas, so they're playing a little differently than me. By the way, I had to basically get my bird... Oh, I was wondering what that was for a second. It's just a supply drop. I basically had to get my bird to land on the Behemoth Gate in order to get those 2 placed. What I'm going to do probably later is just wait until I build my 2nd floor in order to worry about those. Because, yeah, they were really annoying just to place the 2. Or not even the 2. I placed 4, didn't I? Yeah, I did, because I had to place... Yeah, I placed 4. So I'm not going to worry about placing any more of, at least at the 3rd level. But for the 2nd one, it's actually not too bad. I just got to move over. As you guys can see, as I'm placing them, I'm no longer over encumbered. I tried to, like I said, I did a little bit off camera. I wanted to see if it was possible for me to stack it off 3, and it is. It's just, I can't do it for the rest of it. And it's like tiptoeing on a I'm really having a brain fart here, Wolf. You're gonna have to help me. It's like tightrope. It's a tightrope. Okay, that's the word I was trying to think of. It's like trying to walk across a tightrope when you're walking on like as thin of an asset as a wall. Yeah, like trying to walk on your walls like your base. Like it's walking on a tightrope. Like you have to be. If you're not in the exact right place, it'll throw you off. So trying to do that would be kind of absurd. So I'm just gonna wait till I start working on my 2nd floor, and then we'll go from there. Because this base, because of where I have it, it's going to be a big base. It's going to be a tall base. But at the same time, I'm going to need it because, like I said, as soon as we're able to... Actually, no. You guys... Oh, no, that's uneven. Oh, no, I'm going to end up breaking that later. Oh, man, yep, I see the gap. That's fine, I'll fix it later. I mean, it doesn't really bother me. Okay, I don't need it to look even or look a certain way. I just prefer it to. Okay, I want to make that clear to everybody. Like, I don't have... For those of you that do have that kind of mental thing where it's just like you need it to be perfectly aligned, I apologize, but yeah, like Wolf is OCD, so like he needs, like, you guys saw his base in Valguero, everything was lined up perfectly. Like, I liked his base a lot. Well, for the most part, everything you do. Ark is a game where you can't make it all too streamlined, but you did your best with it. And that's really all you can do. They're uneven. It's fine. Actually, no. I think they're... Nah, it's whatever. I'm placing stacked walls, guys, so it's a little different. It's like if I place one wrong, then all 4 of the walls that are stacked up are wrong. So it's... Ark's just a little wonky, but it's fine. Let's get this going. Okay, that's what I was able to do with 100 walls. Or 100 of those, so technically I guess that means I placed down 400 technically. I just thought about how disgusting that is. 400 walls, okay. Like I said, we're gonna need a big base. For those of you that saw Valguero and saw how big the tech replicator was, you guys understand why. For those of you that haven't, you will understand why I need all this space. I also plan to keep my dinos in here for the beginning of the game. That's also another reason why I wanted to use all this space. Not to say that I can't use the area that's outside, but it's, I mean, that's a good landing pad, but it's not, I mean, it'd be good for keeping dinos, but I mean, at least for the moment, until I get more stuff and I'm more established. Because this area is so big, what I'll probably do with this house is it'll only be 2 floors. And because making it any bigger than that would be way overkill. Maybe the 3rd floor, if I make it, or I guess I shouldn't even call it the 3rd floor, it'd be like more like a roof. Will probably be made out of, or not made out of, it'll probably have turrets and stuff on it later. Like this is a temporary base, guys. It's a starter base. It's a base I plan to have for several episodes and or maybe like for a while period before I make my next one, but that's just because to make my next base I need to be more well established. Honestly, the hardest part of this map starting out was not only surviving long enough to tame a flying dino and get moving, but also to find a decent place to make a base. And for us to move to other places, we're going to need to be a bit more advanced than what we are right this second. But I think raptor claws might be coming around soon. But we'll just wait on that. And actually, I'll show you guys where I went to grab my supplies. But look at that. How big is it? Yeah. It almost looks like I made an arena, honestly. But I know it looks kind of big and kind of really open at the moment, but I'm going to basically make rooms. So there'll be rooms for different things, because I plan to make this one a lot more organized. I wanted to organize my one on Valguero, but there was just no hope for the base at that point. Like, everything was so mixed up, everything was set in place. This one, I'm going to try and keep it organized from the get-go. So I'm going to have rooms for the motor room pedestals, rooms for the smithy and fabricator, like crafting in different rooms for different things, and also storage in different rooms. Like, storage is going to be the biggest room, because even when I remove large storage boxes, which, by the way, I should actually, well, I'll wait till after I show you guys the place where I'm gathering supplies to make some storage boxes and stuff. But basically, I mean, even after we break large storage boxes like we did on Valguero, we're still going to end up making vaults. And vaults also take up a ton of space. So, I mean, it seems like I have a lot of space, but once I start making tech stuff and once I start placing stuff down, you guys will see we're going to eat up that space. It'll be, we're going to eat it. because the industrial forge takes up a ton of space. I'll probably have at least 2 of those because we need more metal on this map than we did on Valguero. Especially if we're doing tech stuff. Because like I said, what I'm going to do, and I'll explain it one more time on this, because I keep mentioning tech, so it's just, I feel like it's important to mention this. I know we started fresh on this server, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't have access to admin commands. Not on this server. I'm not acting as an admin. I'm hosting it, but I'm still like, this profile, who I'm using, does not have access to commands. I made sure of it. Although that made it out a bit of concern for some people, or for the viewers, or really for my friends for the most part. I know Wolf and I know Isaiah complained about it once, but I mean, I know Wolf and Austin didn't care. But I mean, at least as far as I knew, but to the same extent, it's just too tempting to have access to that and now to not use it. And especially on going onto a harder map, I just didn't want the temptation to be there. But oh yeah, they don't stop. So if you want to know the easiest way to get a Tapejara, it's to wait far away from them, okay? Bolo them, and then go up to them and knock them out. Because you can bolo a Tapejara. But if you're within like 10, 15, 20 feet of them, then you're going to spook them, and then they're just going to fly away. They're going to fly away faster than you can get to them. Like both on the only dino that I think you can catch up to him that's kind of early game is a pterodon, but the only way you'd be able to, once you met with them in the air, the only thing you could do would be kill them. Because you can't grab flying dinos. So the easiest solution I could think for you is if you make a grappling hook, I'll put my RG on passive and you can shoot my RG and I can help you tame one. Because you would just basically fly up overhead and you would throw the bola on it from up in the air. And then I'd basically drop you down. Yeah. So, I mean, we could do that strat. That's actually one of the most effective strats for doing the Quetzal tame. So, in return for helping you get a Tapejara, I would ask that you help me with Quetzal later. Like, you guys saw me doing the solo Quetzal. Like, it was, we did it. It's accomplishable, okay, as a single player game. Like, and if you're playing in single player for Ark, yes, okay, you can tame a Quetzal. But it's just unbelievably tedious, especially if it's a high level. Whereas, if you're playing co-op or you're working with a friend, then it's just so much easier. It is so much easier. By the way, I didn't really say anything while I was flying down there about it, but that downwards area is basically where I get my water. There's a bunch of dinos down there. I mean, there's plenty of basic resources that we would have used for our base, which was the stone, the wood, wood, thatch, stone. All of it's down there. Okay, me and Wolf both have access to this. You have access to 90% of that around the map. The only thing that you may have to look around for if you're not in the city is wood. No, here. So I mentioned it in the first episode. I don't know if I mentioned it in the second one, but I mean, this is Earth. Extinction is the remnants of Earth. Or at the very least, I can say a part of the Earth, okay? Because just like for any other Ark map, we're basically in a bubble. And if we try going outside of that bubble, this map actually doesn't have a border. It will straight kill you. If you go outside the map, you're dead. And trust me, that's from experience. I'm not just like, we have a barrier like that around my house. Like if you come near my house, there's a good chance that you're gonna die. I don't know how far I can go with my base, but I'm going to do what I can. And if I go too far, then I'll know that, and we'll work from there. But, I mean, realistically, we have a similar barrier around my base. Don't know how close to it I am, but I also don't want to test it out, because I'll instantly die. And I believe you lose your items, because since you're outside the map, it just deletes you. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a little rough. I have wood on my bird. I am going to have a ton of charcoal for when I start making gunpowder and stuff. That's really the only thing it's really used for. Oh, I actually have organic polymer. Huh, wonder what I got it from. Oh, dang it, I don't have any regular wood. Oh, I thought I had wood because I was going to look at structures. Did I not have that? I thought I had... No, I had thatch and stone. Okay. But I'm going to go ahead and do a cut, guys. I would go collect supplies on camera, but because of how much we need, it's just not... Like, we can do a resource episode next time. But this time, I mean, since I'm also trying to squeeze raptor class stuff in there, I'm probably... Actually, no, we're not going to do resource collection. We placed down the stuff for the house. We got a campfire for food. I actually have metal on me, so maybe we can make a smithy. Oh, no, I want to... Oh. Yeah, I need to smelt mine. You know, man, you guys are doing metal runs and have already made it to somewhat... Not industrial, but you guys are getting very, very close if you're not already there. So, I mean, it's, you guys are pushing, like, both Austin and Wolf are pushing it, for progress. I'm just trying to make sure I get everything on camera, which slows me down a little bit, but at the same time, I really don't mind. Like I said, this series is going to be a long one, and I've let them know that as well, so they're aware of what they're doing. I think they're competing with each other, honestly, but, to some extent, because Austin's going to be desperate to find Wolf's base, and all at the same time, Austin's also like really preparing to go to war with everything on the server. I mean, low key, I think he wants to be a bounty hunter, but we'll see. We'll see. Because this, like I said, this man's very familiar with PvP servers, so he's going to be a huge threat. Huge threat. But I mean, we could team up, but we'll see whether or not that becomes necessary, because it's okay. I'm gonna make this clear with everybody. When it comes to pranks and when it comes to everybody, if somebody is deemed a threat to a person in Ark, it's funny, it makes content, okay? But if you're deemed a threat to the server, now that's where you become a problem. Because if you're a threat to the server, that means you have a chance of threatening content, for threatening people's lives on here, and if you're ruining their progress, then realistically it's going to make people want to drop off, which is what I mean when I say it affects, the lifeline of the server. So it's not desirable to have to deal with that, but if I need to, then I will. Because I don't want to have to mess with any admin stuff or give anybody any authority or to ban anybody. But I would never need to ban Austin. I'm not saying that I will. I'm not saying that I'll need to. Okay, but what I'm saying is, for me and Wolf teaming up on him, we're not going to need to do something that drastic unless somebody becomes that much of a threat. And in which case, there will be measures that are taken. But we'll see. Honestly, that'd be kind of funny. Plus, I think he'll be too preoccupied messing with Isaiah and messing with you. Like I said, Isaiah will be coming back. I actually haven't let him know that we're on here yet. I'm gonna wait. So if he's watching this series, just know you probably aren't gonna know about it till like we're in episode 3, probably till episode 6 or 7. We'll see. I'm waiting till we're somewhat established before you start, because if you guys remember from Valguero, he rushes even harder than Austin and Wolf. So I'm just giving us a chance to establish ourselves before that man just goes nuts with it. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and... Wait, I heard raptor claws. I'm really distracted. I was like, wait, I'm talking, and he's already here. I can't see anymore. I'm probably going to make a... like I said, I can land on the wall. Or not the wall, the behemoth gate. Let's see... Oh, shit. This is where he came from last time that I was telling you guys. BC literally was flying towards the city and going through the city. This is how he did it before that I was able to get so many gifts. But, let's see. This will be the last run that we do, and then we'll end the episode off. Like I said, I'm trying to be a lot more careful as far as letting episodes drag on. I mean, we're probably still pushing on an hour. Even though I'm not meaning for it to. Like, with Ark, it's just... For other content you guys see on my channel, like, you guys have probably already seen the first episode for Skyrim and Pixelmon and all that at this point. Like, it's... Or at least the first few. Like, I'm trying to throw out more balances for content. But for a game like this, a game that's as grindy as this, and a game where you need to do so much to get, like, certain pieces... Like, just flying from point A to point B takes several minutes, alright? Like, in Ark, there's no doing things quickly. Not until you're at the end game, alright? If we had a tech replicator made and we're already like using a fabricator and chemistry bench and all of that, then yeah, things would probably be moving relatively quickly. But see the first gift, going for it. Oh wait, no, it's not. That's not even the first one. I see it. It's tiny. They're tiny as heck. But I'm going to go for it. Actually, no. Wait, should I? I mean, I don't know if I'll make it. Man. I can try. I can't make it to the first one, guys. I'm just not gonna make it. This is too long. I'm going to try and do this for Replicas' run for presents, and then, like I said, I'm gonna end it off. But what I really went off on a tangent trying to just focus on where the presents were on the map because, like I said, they're so tiny because the map's huge. But for episodes generally, I try to keep them like between a half hour and 45. But with Ark, I mean, I try to, but it's just not realistic. I mean, even with cuts, it's just not. Like, I mean, I could have technically done a cut to where we got into the presents, but I mean, I want you guys to see how long it takes me to get from point A to point B. Like, to actually get to these presents takes a while. Like, I actually think I'm moving just a tiny bit faster than that present is when it's falling. Just a tiny bit, even flying full speed on an RG, which has stupid good weight. Okay, I'm gonna beat it. I'm not going for that first present though, guys. I'm not. That's too far off. So I'm just gonna land on this one. Gonna watch the next present. I think the fact that you can land on presents while they're still falling is kind of cool. Yeah, you didn't know that? Okay, so Wolf actually didn't know that. Yeah, presents have their own. They have their own assets in entirety, so you can land on them. Like they are a solid object. Yep, I'm gonna take some damage. I might die. Oh, okay, I didn't die, but took some damage, definitely. That one was just in a very inconvenient place, and I think I saw a wild dino there for a second, but we avoided it. Let's look for the line of presence. I do not. So we're flying towards the city now. I think he was in this direction, wasn't he? It's so hard to see. If it was nighttime, it'd be so much easier. Oh, I see present. I see the line of presence. Okay. Like, Raptor Claus is already so far gone. Like, I see him in the distance there, but he's literally like a dot at this point. Like, that's just how large the Extinction map is. Oh, I'm starving. Oh, my little debuff wore off. I forgot. So when I'm in the wasteland, I'm actually hungrier. Oh, the gas bag is fighting Spino. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so if you're touching the water that's in the wasteland, you're going to take damage over time. That's just how it is. Yeah. I'm over here collecting presents. Come on. Yeah, you heard me say that's kind of the thing for this episode. I saw the present and now I do not. I feel really stupid. Alright, let's Where is he? Where is Repliclaus? He's too far gone, isn't he? Yeah, he is. I know it's somewhere ahead of me, I just don't... Man, everything's so well masked in the wasteland, it's hard to see. And I don't know. Before it was so much easier, man. Before it was so much easier. Maybe it's doing it on camera. I don't know. It was just easier off camera finding all these things. Actually, no, I don't even think that's it. It was just... Man, I lost it. I lost the present line. And he's already... Raptor Claus has respawned already. But I just have no clue where he went. I don't see it. I don't see the presents. I mean, maybe I didn't make it in time. I mean, I thought I was doing pretty good. Speed-wise. Maybe it's in the city, and it was still dropping down, and that's why I'll fly a little up, see if I can see it. Because even if it disappears, I should still see it before it disappears, because they have, just like with regular supply drops, they have a durability. So I'll fly up. And thankfully, you can see, they have assets that allow you to see them from, like, across the map. So, oh, top of jar. Oh, there it is. It was hidden by the cliff. I was wondering. I was like, I'm not blind. Where is this thing? Okay. It was hidden. That's why I couldn't see it. I was like, I seriously lost this, didn't I? That was crazy. Alright, this will probably be the last one, just because of the fact that, like, it took me a sec. I thought I lost it. I thought I'd lost it. I was like, wait a second, where did it go? Oh, they're gonna attack my dino and they're gonna regret everything. Because my RG is, like, strong enough to... Yeah, it's about to disappear anyway. Got some Ascendant Shards, though. That's pretty nice. We can use that for powering tech stuff later. Like, this is a map where we don't have to beat bosses to get Element. I mean, we still get Element from beating bosses, but I mean, we can use our tech stuff before we actually fight the boss, which is nice. Because this is a map that's set up that way. It's set up to allow you to use gear that you would have gotten from past maps. Let's see. Oh, I can't fly into the beam and green ob. Also, just so you guys are aware, I was surprised by this. I don't know if I showed it in a video. There is no terminal at at the obelisks. There's no terminal for you to access to put tributes or anything like that. There's basically, well, they're hidden, but they're basically at the end of dungeons. I actually know where 2 of them are. What the heck? The Raptor Class would say. Well, actually, no. I know where the ice one is. I know where the desert one is as well. There's one in the snow biome that I know of, and there's one in this the desert that I know of. But apparently Wolf already knows where the one in the desert is. But basically, like I said, I played this map before, so I just know. I just know these things. Because once you've played once, I mean, you kind of figure things out. Like, it's been over 2 years, okay, mind you, since I played this. Since I had the whole fiasco happen last time. When I last hosted a server on here. But I'm going to try my best to avoid that. Oh, that's water. I thought that was glass for a second, honestly. So I will take the water. This is really cool. It's literally a lounge. You know what? We're gonna end the video here, where we're over here. It's like a lounge. If you go over to, I'm gonna give you the chords. If you go over to, I think it's like 40. Well, it's over by Green Ob, but it's 46, 47, 34. 33, 34, something like that, and up one of the buildings, you find like this little lounge area. Because there's like a little thing of water around. There's actually thatch in the water. That's cool. But yeah, it's like you got some palm trees and you got this water. You got some tables. I wish I could take these to my base. Shoot, it's a nice little area. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, I said it was a lounge. That's what it looks like. I mean, technically we're on remnants of Earth, so it kind of makes sense because if people, you know, a place where people were, this probably was a lounge, if it wasn't prehistoric and absolutely obliterated city. But I mean, it's cool. It's cool, and honestly looks like pre-tech. Like if you guys remember what tech gear looked like, this looks like the same. Like it's made of the same material, just not glowing with element. But anyway, I'm seriously going off on a tangent. I just figured I'd end it here because it's nice, and the fly back to base is going to take me a second, even though it should be... it'll only take me a few minutes to get over there. Also, what level is that? I know I'm keep getting distracted, but what level is that Tapajara? You are cool looking. Oh, but you're on level 10, never mind. I hope we can find some good Christmas tames before the event disappears. So I'm definitely going to try and get a lot done today so that we can make that a thing. Because I'd like to get tames with the Christmas scheme. But anyway, sorry guys, I keep going off on tangents, but I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. This was episode 3. I think we've made really good progress considering where we're at episode-wise. But if you guys enjoyed the content, next episode, Wolf's coming over to me. I might wait for him to get over here before I end it, actually. But it's 46, 47, and it's like 34 for long. Just gonna fly up the building. Oh my goodness, you can see beneath the water as well because there's like glass down here. That's sick. That's sick. It's like somebody was making a really high-tech pool. Oh, you're above me? I'm really high up. It's really high up. Yeah, it's above all the bridges in the city. So it's high up there. Yeah, they're flying around. The higher up, you're actually, we'll see Tapajara is higher up, but yeah, guys. I mean, funny enough, I don't think I've seen any of you since I started the series. Like, I mean, we've all been recording together, or not recording together, but you guys have been part of the recording, but I actually haven't seen your characters since Valguero, because, like, not the very top of it, but I guess it is one of the last platforms in the building, but yeah. See if I can see you through the water. Like, guys, this is really cool. Oh, there's no enforcer. It's just me and my RG up here. If I had a GPS, I could give you a better, a more accurate, like, saying of this is where I am. But I don't have anything for that. Oh, I got a trank arrow, a single trank arrow. Oh man, Oh, I also got some food. I will save that because it's got a really long spoil time. Like I said, I don't think this is the tallest one. It's one of the tallest ones though. I mean, let me see if I can find any landmarks for you to use. It's literally it's the first tall building from Green Op. Yeah, like okay, not the first one, the second one. It's like if you're flying from the wasteland, it's to your left. If you're going towards Green Ob, it's to your left. I wish I had better landmarks for you, but this map, most of it looks the same. If you're flying towards Green Ob and you see that giant, the giant structure where the bridges are kind of converging, I'm to the building that's to your right if you're flying towards it. If you're flying towards it, it's to your right. If you're flying away from Green Ob and towards the city, then I'm to your left. And then you're just flying up, and I promise you, once you're up here, you will not be able to miss this location. It's pretty cool, honestly. Trying to see if I can see you. There's a red Tapajara flying around nearby it. You can see it. There's a lot of bridges. I'm looking around to see if I can see you, but I mean, my render distance is bigger than yours, but man, I wish I could give you something more accurate. You see me? I do not see you. I'm backing up. I don't see you. Oh shoot, you're over by my bird. I was like, where are you? Huh, what's up? But yeah, like I said, it's like a little tropical environment. It's cool. Got the tables and everything. Like I said, I think it was a lounge. That's probably what it was. If only we could go inside of here, because if this was a lounge, that means this was probably a cafe, which means free food. So I would take that. If they had like tech fridges and stuff, I'm sure the food would have stayed good long enough. Shoot. Anyway. I really keep going on tangents. I'll end it here with Wolf though, and we'll talk for a bit between episodes. But let's see. Actually, no. If Austin isn't on, you guys will hear him next episode because we're sitting at just over an hour, which isn't too bad. Yes, I got a chibi. I got a. No, thank Leo. It's a little cat. It's behind you. And it's right here. He's following me around. Yeah, it's really cute. My poor. But I hope you guys enjoyed the third episode. I mean, we kept going in different things, but it might be. But I hope you guys. I keep going up because I'm talking to Wolf at the same time. I hope you guys enjoyed the third episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed the content, and bye.